No problem.
Hi, audience. Good evening, everyone. Today we have Summer Yap. We know that the lawyer is the lawyer and very cheerful ladies, and also very amusing. And we have made her famous by her duck, the quack duck.
Yeah, my only
All right.
duck. Yep.
A very good evening to everyone. So I will just pass the introduction a little bit to Summer Yap, our special guest this evening. Can you share about a little bit about your work? Like I know we know that you're a lawyer, but what kind of specialization in your work?
I basically do court matters, civil court matters, and then I also do some criminal matters, mainly helping some necessary clients. I don't particularly take in criminals matter, but merely helping, yeah. And I do property conveyancing matters, as well, transfers of properties, and a little bit of corporate work.
Right.
Yeah. So I've been practicing for this year is my 8th year.
Wow,
so
8 years.
Yes, so I'm already on my own, setting out on my own on the firm. So yeah, so that's my work.
Okay, that's right. In other than work, like we know that you're facing all kind of clients in your daily life, right?
Yes.
So when you're facing with the difficult clients, when we're interested to know when you are facing your difficult client, and we know that this law of transmutation is always changing. So how you actually get your difficult client to talk to you by changing their, I would say, their temper or maybe their vibration when you're dealing with them, like they are coming, they are storming in, they are demanding you like nobody business. How you handle them actually?
Well, I think there are pretty much many types of clients that walks in or they approach me. And let's go for the most difficult type, the most demanding type, and requires you to attend to their matter on immediate basis. So these kind of clients, they are the type that their matters are always more important than any other people's matter. And you are required to answer them on immediate basis. But given the schedule that I have in hand, I could not return their call on time. So it will happen once or twice that, I want this, and I couldn't deliver. So the thing that I can do is either I'll start off with my explanation why I could not. So it is for the client to accept whether they want or do not want to proceed further. So my ultimatum is if we cannot cooperate in that sense, then I think my decision is it is okay for you to go and join another lawyer or engage another lawyer to do your matter, because the client when they come in, the energy level is like they are the biggest, they are the payer, the paymaster. So they want to follow, they want you to follow them. But that's the thing. We lawyers, we don't really need to follow the lawyers. In fact, sometimes we need the client to follow us.
Yes.
So this kind of energy coming into the office, I would have started off with talk to them and say, look, it doesn't work that way. You want to engage me, it is best that we work together, we synchronize the energy. Or if it's not, then that'll be difficult. On more particular on clients, some clients, for example, divorce clients. So when they come to you, it is already the relationship between her and or he with the spouse has already turned sour.
Right.
So mostly turned sour, it will be either it is an anger or it is a sad, devastated situation that they come to you. So the energy is definitely very low. So when energy is low, they come to you, they'll start sitting in front of you, and then we start crying, complaining, whining about the other half. And all you can see is that it is always another person's fault. It is always the spouse's fault.
Okay,
and
so pointing
no one,
fingers at others.
yes, that is technically what each and every litigation matter. I think generally litigation matters, everything is about the opponent's fault.
Okay.
Right. So mostly for divorce matter, the female will come in a very sad and devastated mood. The male will come in as in a very angry mood, angry of the wife. So this low energy coming into the office, and we being lawyers seated there, we could not actually be seated there and be angry with them or be sad with them.
Right.
So in that situation, you know, they are sending their energy to you in that manner, in a negative manner, and then it is for us to actually make a stop to it and change the energy into something else, into a better energy. In that sense, so what we do is, okay, we will let her story whatever she wants to say, her blaming statements. You know, sometimes it's even mother-in-law's fault. So we'll let them express themselves first, but we cannot let that go too long on that kind of expression. So about 10 minutes, 15 minutes done with the story, or halfway through the story, we will normally stop them and say, look, okay, I understand your sadness. I understand it's an unhappy thing. My duty here is to help you to solve your problem. So if it's getting whiny, getting too long, we will normally stop and say, so what do you want? So stop with your sadness, stop with your negative energy transmutation, and tell us what do you want. So okay, you want a divorce, obviously you come to my office, you want a divorce, you don't expect a marriage counselor, you know, to yes. And my answer would never be why don't you all reconcile?
Oh, okay.
Because you have to understand that, you know, it is not my job to reconcile. For you to step into my office and tell me that, look, I wanted a divorce, I would take it as your decision is final. That's why you came to me. So I would not go back and say,
you make the boundary.
Yes.
You make the boundary very clear that.
Correct. Coming to me, I my time is to tell you, in the event of divorce, what you should do. Okay, the money that they paid me to counsel them wasn't about how to reconcile. I cannot turn your sadness into happiness, but I can turn your sadness to a better solution in solving the problem, solving your sadness. So making you happier with the marriage, I think that would be Dr. Su's job. But solving your marriage problem, including kids, money, divorce, estates, these are my job. So 10 minutes throughout the conversation, there will be a question on, so what do you want? So you want a divorce. So what do you want to do with the kids? So in that sense, we have to be quick enough to convert the bad energy into my level and say, look, yes, I know you are sad, but please be logical, please be practical. You are here to solve a problem, so tell me what you want. So what I observe from clients is that, no, whenever I do that, they got the hint. I think mostly they got the hint was because, oh yeah, I'm paying for this lawyer, let's cut the crap. So because my face expression will tell the client, look, you're not the first one I'm hearing all this story from. So you have to give the wipes to the client. Yeah, you have to give the wipes to the client and say, look, let's solve the problem. That's where you convert the energy from the bad one to a good one. That's where they stop crying. That's where they stop complaining, and that's where they focus on what is the solution. So we actually divert the whole attention into not about how sad your life is, but it's about how you want to plan your future ahead.
Great.
So I think this transmutation of energy will actually help us as a lawyer to control the client. So just imagine client is sad enough, and then you went and take a box of tissue and then you pass to the client, and then you both are whining together, or you might come up with something like, oh yeah, my husband was also like that. you know, the lawyers, having the lawyers to say this, I think we are more or less, I don't think it will be fit to be a lawyer anymore, because we don't indulge ourselves into client's emotion. So client come in the sad energy, let's make sure we as a lawyer, we don't suck into,
don't sink into the client's problem anymore.
Correct. So our duty is to pull you out from that energy, pull you out from the bad vibes, and start to give a solution to it. So when the client can follow you, so eventually you realize that the client come and see you the first time crying, second time crying, and then started with, you realize the third, fourth, fifth time, they started to be brave and say, look, I want the divorce. And do this, just execute. So then you realize that actually, yes, we as a lawyer, we have a very important duty to tell the client, look, done with your sadness, please get out from it. So yeah, so that's basically having a transmutation energy changing with the clients.
Okay, but what I can see that, what I can see that you are not only through verbally you are doing the transmutation, but you are also showing a strong message through your physical body.
Yes,
I think this is what makes them realize, and also your eye contact is very firm.
Correct. I mean, you don't hesitate in front of your client. So you tell them, you know, this is what's happening. I know what's going to happen next. Now, my advice is so and so, and you have to stop being sad in this situation. And if you don't, have to keep on reminding the client that if you don't help yourself, no one will.
Okay.
And if you don't start to do anything, you know, some people, they just want to find someone to complain about stuff. So lawyers are easy target. So they just come and whine and say, oh yeah, this is my husband like that, my wife like that, you know. Then we are the easy target, because we are the listener for the first 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, and then they will go back and then they start again, and then you will never hear from this client anymore. Okay, but so the first meeting will be very important. We'll just tell them, okay, you can go back and sleep about it, you can think about it,
right?
But be very sure of what you want. Because a lot of clients like to talk only, they don't act.
Yeah.
So we as a lawyer, we have to be very confident enough that, look, if the matter went into the court, this is going to happen, but don't you worry, we are there. And that's why you engage us to solve your problem. So don't worry, we'll take over. Okay, put it this way, you are paying me to solve your problem. So if the client is okay, and then, you know, basically I'm saying that you are, if client is engaging you, you have successfully transmuted the bad energy to a good one. So long as the client is following you, I think it's all good, because lawyers are very objective. You could be crying for the next 2 hours, and we lawyers will be giving you the poker face. So no emotional attach. It is easier to solve problem, but bottom line is you must be willing to transmute the energy given by us. We give you the good energy, you better either you pick it up, or if you don't, the next thing is you still go home and there's another quarrel, and then the whole history repeat again, and then we will say good luck to you. I mean, some people, they just resist. No matter how good you make it, no matter how nice you say it, no matter how big promise you make, some people just complain, and then they will just go back to their own life and repeat all over again. And this kind of client, we can't really help. Okay, because can't do much.
You have to let go.
Yeah. Really, you have to let go. But I mean, out of my experience, probably I say 10 of the clients on divorce matter, probably about 7 to 8 of them can actually follow me or follow my team to make some changes in court. Yeah. So I think we lawyers, when we pass down the message to clients, we have to be firm enough and say, look, I can solve your problem. all you need is to have some trust, have some faith in it, and be very positive about it. So yeah, so that's divorce client part. Yeah.
Sure.
But of course, I mean, you when you consult a client, you cannot really be like so serious, you know. You still have to be a little bit of sarcasm to get them out from their bad energy. You know, for example, I'll just tell client, oh yeah, so what? South for 10 years already. Finally you're coming. Or you say you're not bad. You know, some people they can just live in a very bad marriage for 10 years and then they decided to come to you, and that's where I'll be very sarcastic and say, you sure 10 years if you can stand 10 years, why not stand for another 5 years? And then they'll be laughing. So you know, well, they actually got over things.
Right.
You know, we have to be quite friendly with the client, but clients are not our friend, but we have to be friendly.
So that yeah, just they don't feel that you are on top of the world. It's too hard to reach, right?
Yes, correct. You need your client to trust you enough to execute the whole thing for her. If there's no trust, and of course I have clients who actually withdrew themselves from this engagement, lawyers and professional engagement, they withdrew themselves halfway. But because I would say that the our energies just don't synchronize. They wanted to do something else, and then we said no. If you keep on doing this, I cannot help you anymore. And we, because of that, we have disagreement. So we have to terminate that energy or that engagement as of then. We can't do much. Some people just don't want to help themselves. Yeah. So that one we will leave it to another profession to handle it.
Okay.
So, yeah. That's about the client.
I'm just curious, your character build is from young, you are very clear cut, very firm, and you entering lawyers professional with day one with this kind of attitude, or you do also suck into the client's emotion before?
Well, for the first year, and then first year was still, you know, you'll be giving them 1 hour to story on their story. You know, right. 1 hour spent to listen how sad their life was.
Yeah.
You realize you'll never hear from them again. Then personally, I don't feel sad for the client. The max that I felt was, wow, this kind of thing is happening in you know, in the marriage life, this kind of thing happening, you know, like domestic violence. You know, all we hear from news is that, you know, someone beat up the spouse, but it didn't cross my mind that the domestic violence actually came to me.
Right.
And while the client was still in bruises. So yeah, so crying and then showing me photos, you know, being scalded by hot water, you know, being pulled, you know, even the clothes are all torn, pulled by the husband, or being waken up in the middle of the night and then beaten by the husband. So, you know, all these things happen. So in the very beginning of the year, I would still, always say, okay, I feel so sorry for you. But the moment I go back to my office, I have to ensure that I don't carry this energy around. You know, I have to keep on telling myself that end of the day, is this your problem, Summer? If it's not your problem, so don't carry people's baggage when walk around. So by the time at 6 o'clock, so everything I drop off to the office and I, you know, go back with another emotion. Can't carry too much. You know, we are seeing so many clients every day and everyone is throwing you this kind of negative energy. Then you cannot really survive in this industry.
Yes.
So yeah, but now that you're looking in divorce client, I would, okay. So yeah, your sad story, all right. Yes, go on. Okay, all right. So we don't really feel much anymore because I think throughout 8 years we have seen enough. So more or less we already get it. How do we get hold of the client, particularly on the emotion part, and making sure that whatever they feel is not affecting us. So, you know, the transmutation of energy, people come. That's what we say of stupidity actually is contagious. You know, you keep on mixing yourself with the sad people. Eventually, you became another sad person in the world. So it is the same thing. If we lawyers, we don't make this very, very clear, I think one of the day we will suck together with them. We will be one of the victims like them. you know, suffering from all the depression and all that. You know, we don't carry clients' baggage and walk around.
Baggage. Yes, yes.
Yep.
But I can see that you are born with such a toughness in you, you know.
You have to, I think. You know, given that you are in this profession, I don't think you have a much choice. Yeah.
So what's in your thought that made you think to choose lawyer as your profession for life? Is your desire, or is a calling, or you know, this is
You want
like
the honest
transmutation in
answer?
your life?
You
Why
want the
not?
honest answer?
Why not?
Okay lah, I watch a lot of TVB. That's my honest answer.
You get your inspiration from there.
Yeah, you never know, right? So and then anyway, I got conned into the profession. So it wasn't that glamour as shown in the TV. So, you know, I've got conned into the profession.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. TV is part of it.
Okay.
Basically, because you know, I don't really like science. I don't really like calculations. So what would be the second best? That would be lawyer already. So okay lah.
Okay, yeah. But lawyer, you have to read a lot of text, you know. Laws, regulation is so thick. How can you finish digesting
Why
the whole
you think why we don't memorize that we look like we have memorized the book, but we actually don't. I mean, so long as you know where the law is, so long as you know what the law is and how the law works, we are good enough in this industry. We do not need to particularly which section we have to refer according to. No, I mean, my client is not interested in what section. My client is interested in how can you solve my problem. So we don't really memorize. So it was, so long as we know how does it work, I think we are all fine.
Okay, if it's rewinding back to your study life, this thing you have to really memorize all that and go for the exam.
Oh yeah.
We do these tests.
We do, which I don't find a purpose in it. We were required to memorize and then walk into the exam hall, which I personally I don't find it necessary, because when we came out into the practice, the practice itself doesn't require us to memorize it. So long as you understand what you are saying, you are able to refer to what you wanted to say. Good enough. The book can be in front of you, the paper can be in front of you. You can just cross over or cross refer on the table. Why would we bother be memorizing the whole piece of work? So something wrong with the education system. My profession don't require us to memorize. Yeah. To be very honest, my profession don't require us to memorize anything.
Okay.
It is everything on the table. Why would you bother to memorize? I mean, so long as you know where to look for, it's probably somewhere in between page 10 to 15. You just flip over and answer the question. That's it. Simple.
It's an open book.
Yes, it is an open book.
Oosh. Okay.
Yes.
So
welcome to the law.
I've been yes. Yes. To me, like, in a TV, any movie or TVB show, they have been stacking the whole lot of files, the books, all the thick books, and in my mind, I thought that, oh no, become a lawyer, you have to be really digesting all the text, and there's a nightmare.
We don't bring the books to the court. We bring is papers, and whatever is in the book. Whatever is in the book, we have already summarized it into a few pieces of paper, and that's it. Which is good enough already.
Great. You transmuted my impression on lawyer about the study.
You're welcome. But anyway, on the topic itself is transmutation of energy. Then we realized that actually a lot of people, especially litigation matters, energy are very, very low. So they came to you in an angry mode, and then they are always not happy. In any event, no one is happy having a litigation matter. Oh yeah. Recently I had one divorce client happily divorcing each other. So yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, good for them.
So
yeah, it was a mutual consent that they get a divorce. So yeah, good for them. Both of them are still in the system. Both of them are still all right. Even sign the papers together.
Wow, they have such a self-actualization or such a high awareness.
Yeah. I mean, it's very rare that we get this kind of client. I mean, it makes our life much easier. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah. It makes our life much easier. So.
This is also another type of transmutational energy.
Yeah, coming to us is so much easier, and then we look at both of them. It's like, oh, okay. Good luck to you both. I mean, that's where I start to be curious already. It's my turn to ask questions. So you guys are so good. Why you guys actually divorced?
Yeah. Why? Why was that?
They're saying that it's incompatibility.
Oh.
So, which is good. I mean, it is good for them to realize that, within that 2 years of marriage, they are not doing good. And the best way is to be separated. Good enough.
Correct. And leave the world. They live their world in their own peaceful and enjoy their life again.
Correct. Rather than, they stuck into this marriage for another next 10, 15 years when they have all the kids. You know how the Asian family says that you get married, you better have kids. When you're done with kids, you better settle your children's education, and then your children get married again. That level of arrangement. So yeah, the younger generation now coming out very young when they divorce. So you'll be surprised that they are only in their 20s. So they yes. So when they get divorced in such a friendly manner, I would say that it is good. I mean, save up all your bad energy, save up all the arguments, save up all your time, and then both can actually agree and get a divorce, and both wanted to move on. I mean, it's a good thing. Good thing.
Okay.
The other thing I want to share was sometimes it wasn't about your client that much. Sometimes you have a nice client, you have a very cooperative client, and then suddenly you get a nasty opponent lawyer. So this nasty opponent lawyer, I do not know why, but they are basically very sad in their life all the time. Whoever see them also, I don't know. The first time when I see him, it's like, yeah, this fella, something is wrong lah. So they are not sending out
them in a way.
Yeah, they are not sending out a very good vibes when you first met them. Then true enough that they are true enough this opponent lawyer wasn't that a nice person. So yeah, sometimes the whole profession wasn't about handling only your clients. You have to handle the opponent lawyer.
Your client's opponent.
Yeah, then whether the judge, the judges are in good mood or not, that's also one thing for you to ponder.
Oh.
Yeah, judges are human too. They are not robots. So they have emotions. So you appear before them, you better be sure, or you might want to ask someone, how's the judge mood today? Is it all good?
Right.
Then if it's not good, then you better be
Be take care.
You take care of yourself. By the time you turn, then you might not want to say something not so nice.
Okay. That's another insider that we gained from you, Summer.
Yeah. So I mean, end of the day, you I do not know. I mean, we come into the profession that at one time I need to transmute my good energy to so many people. I need to talk to the judge, I need to talk to the opponent lawyer, and then I need to turn my head back and ask my client something. So everyone is giving you all sort of energy. But But being in action in court, you have no time to think about how you're supposed to react. So the part is that you have to react fast enough. And to receive all this energy, one hand you are being told off by the judge, the other hand your opponent trying to sabotage, and then your client is at the back frowning already. What is happening? So in our situation, how are we supposed to salvage this? You want to look good in front of a client, you want to convince the judge, and then you want to pin down your opponent lawyer. So many roles to do.
So the best thing is be yourself and do the correct thing.
Yeah. True enough.
Awesome.
So you have to. I don't know. I think if really energy has likes, right? If really energy has likes, you will see it all over the courtroom. It's like zoom. It's everywhere, because it's like one matter and few people are talking about it.
Yes.
So and then we are center of the attention. We have to liaise with these few energies at one time. So that you are actually controlling the energy and make sure, okay, never mind, your judge, you disagree with me, never mind, it's okay. Let's look into another perspective. Let you hear me out first, then you decide on that. So yeah, so many roles in handling people in
handling.
one simple matter in the court. So yeah.
Oh. Okay, now I understand your toughness.
Yeah, but okay, I don't mind. We are being paid to do that, so all good. All good.
The thing have been transmutated into your pocket, to your pocket.
Yes.
That's
I mean,
that's the happiest thing.
Energy exchange. I give you some good energy, you give me some money. So we go both way. So I mean, end of the day, you just you have to make your client understand that you are not the best person in the world. Yes, yeah, you are talking that, you know, the how the husband failed you, how the wife failed you. You know, everything is everyone's fault.
Yep.
And end of the day, we have to make them realize that don't you think that you are so great in your life? Being in a third party's perspective, I don't see you as so great. And now that I'm going to pin it down, that why do I say that you are not so great? Because from a third point of view, it takes two to tango. If your husband decided to cheat on you, let's reflect on what have you done also. Instead of blaming the husband.
That's very true.
Instead of blaming the husband on being not faithful. So let's talk about yourself. What makes your husband being not faithful? So so what you do is your husband come back from work and then you stay home. Then the first thing that you saw your husband, and then you start screaming, yelling about errands not done. Why are you so back late? Why do you come back with alcohol smell? And you know, all these things. So the moment your husband about to step into the house, and then the husband having all these negative things hit to the face, do you think the husband want to come back?
Of course not.
Exactly. So end of the day, we will tell the client, look, the energy goes both ways. So you don't think that you are so great that the husband is adultery? Yes, it's bad enough, but let's look at why has it been happening. So self-reflect. Okay, why do we always make clients self-reflect? Is because the self-reflects points will be used by the opponent lawyer to point you that, see, you as a wife, you are at fault. So before I let people bring the mirror to you, let me mirror you first.
Mirror to you first.
You look at yourself first.
Okay.
Before you, that's where how we prepare our client. You don't think you are so great. You go in the court, you sit in the court, you being asked question that you don't even know that the question is coming to you. So yeah, people think that no, I'm not at fault because he having an affair with someone else, and I'm innocent. But after all, no, it wasn't really that innocent. You are not really that innocent anyway. So we have to make client understand that everything has two ways of seeing it, and make sure you look two ways of it. And my duty is to point out the bad side of it, and make you prepare for the court days. So yes, okay, you have been texting some mail. Yes, your husband went out for adultery. So because you're the person that you are texting, the relationship or the affair doesn't work out. So now you are blaming the husband. Say, look, you also went out and have an affair. So we have to prep the client and say, look, if you are being asked about the text in the phone, what are you supposed to reply? So in a way that I'm prepping my client, but the other way is the people, these clients, they never realize this. They never think that it is a problem, because you know why? They are so focused about other people's problem that they forgot theirs.
Okay.
So that's the first 10 minutes of each and every meeting. Is your fault. It's never my fault. It's always your fault.
Come back to me.
Yes, until we lawyers we twist we reverse the whole thing and say, look, why don't you look at this way? Really your husband's fault. Then of course they have to keep quiet because you know we pointed out something that they don't want to see, something ugly. So yeah, we don't really shout in clients' matter. I mean, you can tell me how great you are, it's okay. You can even say yourself as a god. But coming to a point of view, coming to a lawyer's point of view, it is never no such thing as
no such things.
No such thing. It takes two to tango.
Yeah, no such thing. You are the ultimate. You are the perfectionist. All that, right?
Correct. Correct. It is no such thing as laying arms. You are always right. No lah. But anyway, the females always come with the mindset. You know, I'm right. You're wrong. So yeah, the male are more accepting. If you ask me, the male will come to me and say, "Yes, I cheated. Can you help me to salvage? Can you rescue me out of this?"
So in a way, is male are seeking for solution, and
Yes.
female are trying to point.
Complain. Most of the time, complain only.
Oh, okay.
So you see, we can see the male and female characteristic. So the males are more okay. Yeah. I did it. So I pay you fee. Sort it out for me. Settle.
Clear cut.
So yeah, clear cut. I mean, it's simple. I mean, we tell you, okay, yes, you had a affair. Yeah, we have photos. Okay, you have nothing to say, right? Okay, fine. So okay, we'll do this and this and this. You okay? Okay. Everything is okay. So I mean, in the sense that male clients are much more easier to handle. Because I think they always think objectively.
Right.
Compared to females are more emotional.
Emotionally, yes.
We are emotionally. Yes, they are more emotional. You talk about money, they are emotional. You talk about kids, they are emotional. You talk about anything in their life, also emotional. But the male one say, okay, yeah, it happens. Yeah, we have some struggle. Yeah, I beat her up a little bit. But how? So you lawyer, you tell me what to do.
Just proceed. Just want a solution.
Yeah, by gender itself, I think there's quite a big difference on how the genders actually solve problem. So you're talking to males are always much more easier.
Okay, all right. So Summer, I think you reminded me that you need to go out. You have some gathering. We have exceeded 7 minutes. I'm sorry.
Oops.
It's such a great sharing.
I'm being talkative anyway. All right.
Right. So we really appreciate what have been sharing to us for all this insider and how you transmuted the energy with the client. And really, namaste. Thank you for coming, joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you. And you're actually to my senior. I just took, I create and I change. I've never been to I Heal, but I feel that the honors to dealing to share with all the seniors. I learned a lot from you. Okay, so I'm going to end tonight's this evening session.
The last part I would like to add is okay, why would I be in this I inspire, I talk, I change, I heal, and all these three courses,
right?
And all these I have to thank Mr. T. Mr. T is my ex-boss,
right?
And still my half a boss now.
Oh,
yeah. So half my mentor in life. So he was the one who actually given me this opportunity to join this organization and to learn all these things. Because he paid for it. So yeah, thank you, Mr. T. So yeah, so nice person. And of course his wife, Miss Sim. So yeah, I'm here because of them. So I'll take this opportunity to thank them. And hopefully he's looking, or maybe one fine day he will look at it.
Okay.
But let's keep it secret. If he finds it, he finds it. If he not, then that was too bad.
Oh, let law of attraction do the works, yeah?
Yeah. Let things happen. If you see it doesn't, then it's okay one. I mean he knew that I thanked him enough already.
Wow, wonderful. Such a gratitude.
Yeah.
So anything else to end for the night?
No, I think I'm all good.
All good, yeah?
All good. Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you for having me, yeah?
Sure. I'm grateful to have you with us as well. So to all the audience, we're going to end our session of the night because our Summer, she has pretty beautiful night to enjoy. And we're going to host another person, another special guest again in the next 2 weeks. Please stay tuned. Thank you for having you together with us. So all the best.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.